You go, ploop. Look at that. The devil's pasta. I don't necessarily know what that means. This morning, I'm going to be making the pasta part of the devil's pasta. It's gonna be a ravioli. That's as much as I can tell you right now. Yet again, I've gotten the dehydrator out, and for the pasta portion of it, we are going to be using Hotter Ghost of Saffron. I just can't quit dehydrating this sauce. It's so tasty. We are going to make some Hotter Ghost of Saffron powder, and that is going to be what is going to heat up our dough. Where's my recipe? This is the best cookbook for pasta. If you like pasta and you like making pasta, this is the cookbook that you want. Evan Funky, if you're somehow magically watching, don't pay attention to the fact that I'm using a stand mixer. I'm not doing it by hand. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pretend like the hot sauce is partially flour as the dry ingredient. So that is 23 grams. Gotta get the 000, the good flour, if you're making pasta. So 227, 226, 227. A 1, I think it's gonna be 3, 2, 151, I'm over. It's gonna be okay. I've never made dough with rehydrated hot sauce, believe it or not. And so I feel like the hot sauce like rehydrated a little bit. It's gonna be okay though. It smells like Ghost of Saffron, which makes me happy. It's feeling pretty good now. I think that little bit's like pretty springy. You kind of want it to spring up just like that. So this dough is actually coming together pretty nice. And then we're gonna figure out the filling for this, which is going to be some sort of version of a ricotta and regular Ghost of Saffron. Still need to figure out the sauce, and I still need to figure out what I'm gonna be putting in the filling other than just ricotta and Ghost of Saffron. This is what we're looking like. And then you can go in there and rest right next to my son's Jell-O. Perfect. Time to get this ravioli built. We need to make some sauce. Before we make some sauce, we gotta get the ricotta drying though. Where is my ricotta? I don't make a lot of pasta, like homemade stuffed pasta. So the enemy of stuffed pasta is moisture. So I'm going to try to remove as much moisture as I can. What am I doing? So while we get our sauce going, we're going to drain the ricotta. Put it on some paper towels, put some paper towels on top of it, just kind of let it soak up any other additional moisture. I'll let this sit for while we start building the sauce. Decent olive oil, maybe about 1/4 cup. And I'm just gonna be like freelancing this whole thing. Medium heat. The peppers, and some garlic, and some passata. Inside the sauce, I'm gonna be using habaneros and poblanos. These are 2 peppers that I really like a lot. Poblanos raw, not good. Poblanos cooked, very good. So inside the actual pasta, I'm gonna be putting, I wanna put peppers in the actual filling. So I'm gonna be going with jalapenos, because jalapenos are actually really, in my opinion, jalapenos are very tasty raw. Earl, get down please. Earl, please get down. Get down please. Couple cloves. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go with a 4th. Boom, boom, boom. Poblanos in. Habanero. We're gonna go full seeds on this guy because I don't want to de-seed it. Now, will I be gassing out my kitchen? It's possible. Okay. Habanero in. Washing the hands. God. Hardest thing I've ever had to open in my life. Let me show you a little trick. I'm not gonna use a good knife. So if you ever have a can, you can go puncture the top of it and the top will come right off. A little trick I used to learn from bartending. Okay, so we got that simmering up. We're gonna go in with our passata. It's just fresh tomatoes. That's all that is. And we're gonna let that party. Boom, that's it. We're making the filling. The ricotta here, and you can see there's a good amount of moisture that came out of that. So if you don't mess with it that much, it'll come right off of the paper towels. Put that in. Came right off the paper towel, no mess. And we've removed moisture. Like I said, for stuffed pasta, for me, because I'm a newbie when it comes to stuffed pasta, moisture is the enemy. We're using fresh jalapenos because I don't want to have to cook the peppers. And I like the flavor of fresh jalapenos. The heat is going to come from the tomato sauce and the hot sauce and everything else. And normally I would add salt, but I don't need to add salt because I'm adding dehydrated Ghost of Saffron, which has got plenty of salt that was in there. So we're going to go with the equivalent of an entire bottle of Ghost of Saffron that I dehydrated. Boom, we have our filling. Well, now we gotta roll pasta out. I'm gonna try to do this in one big sheet of ravioli because I recently had that style at a restaurant recently and I think it's a pretty cool look to it. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it off. I'm gonna go with a spoon. Actually. And get a nice little dollop in each one of these raviolis. This is the first time I've ever not used a piping bag, so we'll see if this is gonna come back to bite me in the butt. Right on top. Bada bing, bada boom. So this is gonna be a new technique for me. So this is gonna get all of the oxygen out of there, so we're gonna roll it just like this for one pass. And I'm not putting a ton of pressure on it, but now I'm gonna do a lot of pressure on the outside there, hopefully sealing the outside. It seems to be working. I think it's working. Please work. Cross your fingers, people, but I think we're looking good. This is gonna be kind of cool. Okay, and then you go ploop. Look at that. Come on, yes, look at that. All right, I was gonna be able to get that into the water somehow. Get you right into the water. Boom, boom, boom. We're doing it as one big sheet. I'm doing it in like a saute pan. I think we're good. This is gonna be so cool. Sauce is looking freaking beautiful. Straight into the sauce. All right, let's see if I can do a halfway decent job of plating this thing. Gotta be so careful. Metal tools on my nice pan. All right, so we're gonna go like that. There we go. Do I have any Parmesan? I do. Yes. Let's hit it with some Parm. All right. It is 9:11 in the morning, and this is the very first thing that I've had to eat all day long. I will say I'm very happy with the way this looks. Now, we'll see how it tastes. Cheers. That is unbelievably good. If I'm gonna be nitpicky, the fresh habanero is a little bit too much. I'm getting a lot of habanero flavor. Tons of Ghost of Saffron flavor, which I love so much. I will make this 100 times over. I've quickly gotten used to the fresh habanero in here. All right, heat scale, a very solid 3. This is absolutely fabulous, and I'm very hard on myself when it comes to cooking. You can definitely 100,000% taste the Ghost of Saffron, the smokiness coming from the smoked ghost peppers and the hotter, all the flavors from just Ghost of Saffron itself. The jalapenos, the good tomato sauce, everything about this is just fabulous. Success! Yes! All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.